So yeah, there's something I want to talk about real quick, and that's respectability politics. As a 50-year-old, well, actually, I'm about to be 55 in less than 2 weeks, but as a woman who's over 50 who was recently divorced after I was with my ex-husband almost 30 years, and being very public about it, I faced a lot of unsolicited comments about what I should be doing with my life, what I should not have done with my life, how I should be living, how I should be. And here's the thing you got to learn about me. Part of my healing and evolution as a person is leaning so fully into who I am and loving who I am, flaws and all, but also being unapologetic about who I am. And you cannot be unapologetic about who you are. And I'm not saying being disrespectful. I'm not saying be a horrible person. I'm not saying this as a get out of jail free card type of deal. But I'm saying that who I am is who I am. I'm part hood. I'm part holy. I will be listening to trap music in a minute, and I will be praising the Lord the next. That's just me. I'm dichotomous. I'm a bit of an enigma. I accept that you will not put me in a binary, I'm all good, I'm all bad, just like most of us. But I think that society has conditioned a lot of us to attempt to be these perfect representations of other people's expectations, and I opt out of that. I refuse to be. And so when someone comes on my post and says something like this woman said, right? I don't think it's beneath you, queen. It is not beneath me. It is me. It is parts of me, and I'm okay with that. And I want people to understand that as you go through this journey, you will be doing a lot of learning about yourself, about recalibrating in that process, right? As we are trying on these new ideas of who we are and evolving into ourselves. Because I don't think that you get to a place where you make it in life and now you're who you've always been. I think we evolve as the next level of who we are. I've never been 55 before. I'll be 55 in a couple of weeks. I'm excited to see who she is and how she shows up. But for damn sure, I will not allow anybody else from the outside to come in and tell me who that should be for me, and then to bend to it. And I think the problem with a lot of us is that we've been bending to the expectations of other people. We've been put in these boxes of this is pertinent, this is prudent, this is what you should be doing, when we need to be more leaning into our purpose. We need to be more leaning into how it is that God designed us, what it is we were put on this earth to do, and the type of energy we bring into a room. A lot of you have lost that spark because you've covered it with so much societal bullshit that you confused about who you are. Learn who you are. Learn what you love. Learn what it is that you were put on this earth to do. And I guarantee you that it does not have a capitalistic benefit to it. Well, it could, but I mean in the ways that you're probably manipulated at your day job to believe that the only good that you bring is the amount of money you can make for somebody else. And I'm not shitting on capitalism. I'm not shitting on 9 to 5s. I'm not shitting on any of that. What I'm saying though is you are more than that. You are more than somebody's mother. You are more than somebody's wife. You are put on this earth with gifts and talents. And to allow anybody else to put you in a box of expectation of how you should act based on how they think you should will have you running around in 48 different directions trying to appease other people. Don't do that. Don't do that. And another thing about respectability politics. So respectability politics are the things that say, well, you can't wear a bonnet outside. And the reason that people say things like that is because they would think that for a black woman, that looks bad, that looks ghetto, that looks this, that looks that other. A lot of these respectability politic-y type of hang-ups that we have are all rooted in white supremacy. It's rooted in trying to make sure that we don't fall into the stereotypes that white folks have for us. And you know what? Fuck that. Like, just be you. Now, I believe in decorum. I absolutely believe in decorum. I'm not going to hop up at a business meeting with a bonnet on, because when I come to the business meeting, I'm going to come to the business meeting and do what the business meeting does. But I can't protect my protective style on an airplane because of how it might look or how somebody might judge me. Do y'all realize how trapped we are into those systems of expectations and judging? And so here's the thing that I've decided at my big old age, at nearly 55. What I decided is, you take me as I am. And you know what? The shit works for me. Now, it works for me mostly because I'm an entrepreneur. And I get to decide who I work with. I get to decide how I be. That's been pretty freeing for me. I don't have to worry about what I post and, is my job, is this going to go against the social media policy? And so I recognize that there are some people who are in these confined type of situations where you can't completely, let your freak flag fly. But what I will say is, be intentional about being who you are and allowing the people that are supposed to be in those spaces with you to be in those spaces. Because if you are showing up as a misrepresentation of who you are, if you are basically showing up as a lie, you're going to attract liars to you. You're going to attract false people to you. Does that make sense? You're going to be connected to things that are not connected to who you truly are, because you've forgotten who that is. Now, this wasn't supposed to be this long of a video, but I don't know. Yeah. That's your message for this Wednesday morning, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.